Welcome to NHL Hockey News Report. Hope you can see this. Alright, good. Alright, thank you for watching this NHL Hockey News Report. Today we have a new video, the Wild Season Preview. Well, about halfway, almost halfway over. We all think halfway over. By one team, I would say. But let's get into it. We have the forwards, we have the defense, we have the goalies, right? Alright, let's get into it. The forwards, we have JT Miller. Of course, he's a new addition to the Wild this year after being in Lightning and now before the Anaheim after being waived by the Lightning, and then his contract was over, so then he went to the Anaheim Ducks. He is 28 years old. 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points. So he has 7 points altogether from being Tampa in the beginning of the year with 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points, and a -1 with Tampa and a -4 with the Anaheim Ducks, with 24 games played in Tampa and 23 played in Anaheim. He's I would say, good fourth line right winger. Like, he's not gonna have you. He's not gonna score like 30 points. You know what I mean? Like, really, like, he's not that guy. Now next we have is Charlie Coyle, and he is 26 years old. Picked 20, first round, 28th overall, by the San Jose Sharks actually, but got sold to the Minnesota Wild before he even played an NHL game, and he's been there since 2012-13. This year put 11 goals, 26 assists for 37 points. He needs a bounce back here from 2016-17 season. He put 18 goals, 38 assists, 56 points, and a +13. That was his best he ever did. We need to see that again from him this coming year because he needs to score like that. And I think he can have a good bounce back year. Now next we have is Joel Eriksson, and this guy I like a lot because he's a good young center, 21 years old, brand new, but he scored 6 goals, 10 assists, 16 points in 75 games, a +2. I can see around 20 points next year. I can see this guy growing a lot next year, being a really good difference maker for them. And he also played in the Iowa Wild, the AHL team, with 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 games, and 8 points. -1 then, but he's a +2 when he was with the Wild. Now next we have is Eric Field, and he did actually pretty good with the San Jose Sharks, I would say, a little last of the part. He is 32 years old. 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points, +7 in 14 games. He's not the best player, but he'll probably be on the fourth line. This that person be solid. Played with Washington for so many years. Well, not so many years. He went for like 5 years, then to Winnipeg, then to Washington a little bit, and then and then he went to Pittsburgh for 2 years, then Toronto for the last 2 years, and then San Jose and now Minnesota. Now next we have is Marcus Foligno. And let's see, here he is. He's a left winger. He was traded with that whole Buffalo Sabres trade, of course, with Collinville and this, but he's not there anymore. He's with Toronto now. But looking at him, he's 8 goals, 15 assists, 23 points. That's what he got for the 3rd consecutive year. He got 23 points for 3 years in a row, with 8 goals this past year and 15 points and a +2. I say he's a good 3rd to 4th line center. Left winger, I would say, for himself. Next is Mikael Granlund, and he is a right winger. Been in Minnesota his whole life, because he's been drafted by them also. 21 goals, 46 assists, 67 points, +13. Very good. 16-17 season plus 69 points. I think he can put around 70 next year. I hope he can. The next we have is Jordan Greenway, and we know he's the top prospect for the Minnesota Wild this coming year coming up. He's 21 years old. No goals, 1 assist, 1 point, no plus or minus equal in the 6 games. We'll see how he does in the other teams. This year he played in the USA with 1 goal in 5 games. Boston University this year, was 13 goals, 22 assists, 35 points, and a +9. I would say that's pretty good. Let's see how he does this coming year. Alright, we next have was Matt Hendricks after being with the Winnipeg Jets and doing that great cup conference final cup run all the way to there. Been in Colorado, been in Washington for a couple of years, 3 years, and then Nashville, then Edmonton for a couple of years. Now with Winnipeg, now actually with Minnesota, right? With 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points in 60 games. He doesn't put out much points. He's another person who's going to give you depth. You know what I mean? Alright, next is actually Mikko Koivu, who's getting older. He's the captain of the Minnesota Wild. He's 35 years old. Been in Minnesota his whole life. First round, 6 overall. 45 points after being 58 points, being actually one of his best years. But 71 points, the best he had was in 2009-10. 45 points, not bad. 14 goals. You know, he's getting older, that's why. 31 points. 31 assists. Okay. Next is Luke Kunin. He's another center we have here. He's 21. He's 20 years old. 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points, -3 in 19 games. Let's see his Iowa Wild was 10 goals, 9 assists for 19 points and a -6 in 36 games. I think he'll be okay. You know, him and Jordan Greenway will be the new youngsters to the team. Alright, next we have here is Nino Niederreiter. And let's look at Nino Niederreiter. He is a right winger. He had a down year this year, I would say. He's 25 years old, still very young, not saying. But 32 points after having 57-point year, his best career year. Lost it right there. 18 goals, 14 assists. 17 was 25 goals, 32 assists, 57 points. Where were you? You need to come back. I think he's going to be a great player coming back, being the guy he needs to be next year. Now let's look at Zach Parise. We know he's getting old. You know, he's been with the Devils before, and then to the Minnesota Wild, of course, because was drafted by the Devils, played so many years with the Devils, and then actually more with Minnesota. But he's 34 years old. Had a lot of injuries, but 9 goals, 24 assists. No, 15 goals, 9 assists, 24 points. Plus and minus is even in 42 games. I don't see him playing good anymore, that much anymore. He's getting older, that's the problem, you know. He put around 40 points last year, so I don't see it anymore for him. Maybe he'll a little bit bounce back. Next we have is Seno Kiowa. He was played 3 games with the Minnesota Wild. He's kind of a minors good player. I don't keep saying Devil. Wild. 23 goals, 27 assists, 50 points in 69 games. Maybe he will be a great player. We'll see how he does. Just have him play, see how he does, you know. See how he does. Well, I said that like 5 times, huh? Alright, Matt Reed is the next player we have to look at. And he's 32 years old. He's been with the Philadelphia Flyers his whole life. They didn't sign him. He's been actually on the trade on the free agent market for a little bit until finally someone picked him up. But with 1 goal in 19 games, he's not a guy who's going to score many goals. You know, he had trouble, of course, this year. He actually played 33 games in the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. The 33 games, he played 7 goals, 9 assists, 16 points. You know, they kind of put him down to the minors. See how he does this year. Hopefully that kind of triggers in his mind. You need to be better. Alright, next we have, after that, is Jason Zucker. Oh, wait. Oh, we'll do Jason Zucker first. 26 years old. Very good player. 64 points, 33 goals, 31 points, +8. Best he ever had for season. Clear best. Plus 34 in 16-17 season with 47 points. Wow. Plus 34. Wow. This past year, he was a +8, so. Next we have is Eric Staal. Let's go backwards a little. There we go. 33 years old. He had a tremendous year for being a 33-year-old player. He was with Carolina for like 15 seasons, I would say, literally like 10 seasons. And after that, he got traded to the Rangers at like a trade deadline. And then he became a free agent, and he got paid the most at Minnesota Wild, so they picked him up. This year he put 75 points. That is the most he ever did. 76 points since 2010 to 11 season. I'm going to say he's not going to repeat that this year, this coming year. 42 goals, 34 assists. He had that hat trick he did against the Blues. That was like 4 goals. I was like, oh my goodness, this guy's just too good, isn't he? Alright, next we have his defense. A lot of defense players. Let's look at them. Matt Bartowski, I don't know how to say his name, 30-year-old, with Boston. He was with Vancouver, with Calgary last 2 years. 0 goals, 3 assists. Not much to talk about with that person. There's someone probably up in the minors, maybe. Alright, next is Jonas Brodin. He was been talked to, Montreal trying to get him this last season, but never did. 25 years old, 6 goals, 15 assists, 21 points for 23 plus 23. I think he'd be a pretty good player for this team. Very good for him. Next is the young defenseman, and that is Matt Dumba. He's still very young. Probably one of the best out of the 2012 draft. Probably him or Morgan Riley or Alex Galchenyuk, because of course all the other ones like Nail Yakupov, the horrible draft, probably 12, horrible. But he's 24 years old, 14 goals, 36 assists, 50 points for plus the 15. Very good defenseman, nothing but the best with him. We'll see even more of him in this coming year. Next we have is Ryan Murphy. And he's 25 years old, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. He was with Carolina his whole life, but he been drafted by him in 2012 overall. You know, he just never showed his potential, let's say. He never showed that he was the best, and probably Carolina made a big mistake with that one, didn't he? Alright, next is Gustav Olofsson. He's 23 years old too, right? 0 goals, 8 assists, 41 points. 41 games he played. We'll see how it does next year. He played with the Iowa Wild with 6 goals, 18 assists, 24 points, and -5. So we'll see how good he's going to be next year. Alright, next we have, after that, is Greg Pateryn. He's a former Dallas Star. He signed with the with free agent. Of course, he was a Montreal Canadian before. So, 28 years old. Of course, he was drafted by actually Toronto. But then he was to Montreal, then to Dallas the last 2 years. 1 goal, 12 assists, 13 points in 73 games. That's the most he ever did in his life. Most productive ever. And that 1 goal came actually against the Montreal Canadiens because Niemi, I remember that. So, there you go. Nate Foster, we'll see how he's going to be. He's 32 years old. He's kind of older, like 3 goals, 3 assists. Been in Minnesota his whole life, and before 17-18 season he was actually traded, and then he came back. You know, he was never drafted, but whatever. Alright, next is Nick Steele. Another defenseman, 25 years old, another young defenseman. 4 assists, 4 points, plus 10, 22 games. Let's see, I want to see him for a full season, see how he actually does next year. Alright, next is, we have Curtis Sauve. Carson Saucy, how you say his name. 24 years old, 0 goals, 0 points, -2. They have a lot of defensemen for this. And next is Jordan Spurgeon. I don't know how good of a player he is. Let's look at his numbers now. He's 28 years old, 9 goals, 28 assists, 37 points. Second career best. The other year, 17 season, he had his career best with 38 points. 1 point off, wasn't it? Huh. Alright, next is Ryan Suter. He is getting very old now. Well, not very old, but 33 years old, just like Shea Weber's age. He started in Nashville, actually. Him and Weber started together. Wow, that's pretty amazing. And then he went to Minnesota. And a very good player, I would say. Only played 17 games, so 51 points he put up. That's it. But he's going to be declining pretty soon. And now we're looking at the goalies. Let's look at them. We have Devin Dubnyk. Of course, he was with he actually got the Bill Master Award in 14 and 15 season. He started with Edmonton for his career. Actually drafted 14th overall in 2004. Been with Edmonton for a couple of years, then Nashville for a year, then Arizona for a year, then Minnesota for the rest of his career. With 35 wins, 16 losses, and the goals against average is a .252. He is 32 years old. He is getting older, but he's still a very solid goaltender. Next is Andrew Hammond. Of course, he's a former senator. Then went to Colorado. Shut him out for the Nashville Predators. Fun game. He shut him out. That's it. But whatever. He's a .207 with Colorado in one game. He won. Oh, actually lost. Actually, but whatever. He just had. He has his ups and downs, I would say, and then he does horrible. But next is Alex Stalock. He's going to actually be probably that goalie for them. 31 years old now. 10 wins, 10 losses, and the goals against average is .285. Not a bad backup goalie, I would say, by being in the minors a little bit until they got rid of Darcy Kemper. But this is what the team is. Let's look at the helpers and declining. Alright, helpers, remember, is the line, is the helpers or contributors, if you want to call them. Declining is this. Alright, I know I spelled declining again wrong, sorry, whatever. Alright, declining, I'm going to say is Ryan Suter. Also, Mikko Koivu. I would say, also, I want to say also Matt Reed. You know, he's already attacked crazy. I'm going to stop with that, that's all I'm going to say. Next would be helpers, of course, Matt Dumpa. Of course, Devin Dubnyk is still going to be very good for them. Eric Stahl, I'm going to say, he's still a helper. Jason Zucker, yes. Charlie Coyle, I think so. Nino Nido, I'm going to say he's going to be back and being the best again. I think those are the guys. And I think, yeah, John Spurgeon, I think also is going to be a very good defenseman for them coming this year. Thanks for watching this NHL Hockey News Report. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ding, hit the bell, and share and comment, and all you like to do, because more Hockey Tent will be coming soon. And just to tell you what the next team will actually be, the next team will be the Los Angeles Kings. So I can't wait to do that video tomorrow. See you later. Bye.